What's happening, fam? What's good, Snowfall? It's gonna be a big week, man. A big week. NFP today this week. Hope you guys are ready for a big stream. It's gonna be awesome, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Lorenzo show. We're going to talk about gold today. We have also NASDAQ, man. NASDAQ is looking very good as well. Yeah, a couple very interesting pairs right now. We have the monthly open, of course, this week. So, you know, the monthly is looking very strong for gold right now. Very bullish overall. We have, of course, our game plan set and ready. Set in stone. All right, we're going to talk about that. Making sure that we come fully prepared to the streams as always. Okay? The only way to make it happen, to end up profitable along the way. Let's get it going, man. Let's see what we have in the building today here. Let's see. I see my man Grant. Fantastic, brother. Good to see you. Crypto Noob, my man. Great to see you too. I see Russia. Привет. Как дела? Хорошо. I see some guys from Indonesia as well here. Good to see you, my man. Amazing. Abakaba. Ik zie een paar Nederlanders ook. Lekker, man. Geweldig. Goed dat je hier bent. Let's go, man. Marton, good to see you. Steph, good to see you. Jason. I see my man Euros. Bernard. David. Romeo, good man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Gert, yes, sir. Lucas. From Peru, nice. Rafal. Hey, man, the fam is back. The fam is here. Always checking in on you guys. Amazing to see that. This is going to be by far the biggest month for us as an academy here. We're going to release the LTA concepts in full. And it's really coming to an end right now. And after that, we're going to just start streaming as much as we can consistently. And we're going to make sure that we are just going to slowly but steadily take over the game. That's the plan here. Okay, from inside out. All right. The art of war is how we call it here. All right. So let's talk about gold today. Let me know if you guys are ready. Man, so far, crazy bullish candle so far. Let's start out with the monthly today because we have a new monthly candle, of course, right? So we have to kind of start with the foundation first and see how we can build from there. Because right now we have seen an incredible push up already for gold during the next, the last couple of days here. It's roughly, in my opinion, what is it, like 1,000 pips or something? Yeah, 940 pips from the lows. Yeah, that's just absolutely incredible. Great to see gold pushing up right now. Yeah, the dollar is looking weaker. Also, at the same time, the 10-year yield is starting to break down. So this is super bullish also for gold. You know, the yield is coming down as well. Bitcoin, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin at an all-time high. Bitcoin at an all-time high. I hope you can handle it, okay? I hope you can handle all these emotions right now because it's absolutely nuts what's happening in the cryptocurrency market right here. We broke the all-time high. We were just talking about it 2 weeks ago, when it was like sitting around the 50s. Absolutely incredible here. People start talking about meme coins again. That means that retail is coming back into the market. The hype is coming back again. So, you know, all of that stuff is part of the journey, part of the game here. I think that retail will come back and the hype is fully back in the markets right now as well here. But again, gold bullish, Bitcoin bullish. What else do we want? What else do we need at this current moment here? Okay. So let's talk about the monthly here because yes, okay, we had a fantastic monthly opening here. But what I currently see is that, you know, in most cases right now, like the way we're actually forming, and I just need to reflect back to the way we opened, you know, with a very tiny bottom wick here. I have a feeling, and of course this is a month, right? So this is just the beginning of the month here, that at some point we have to set in like a bigger wick on the bottom, and that we might be flipping bearish in the you know, medium term. I'm not saying that it's going to be this week. I'm also not saying that it's going to be, you know, next week. I'm just saying that, you know, it's just something that I'm always interested in to see, okay, is there a way, like, is this bottom wick strong enough to drive price further up as well? Or is it just gathering the liquidity now to drive price further down in reverse? Potentially, is there a chance? And if I look at the monthly candle here, I do see kind of a gap between, you know, the 1990 here and that overall 2040 still. But most importantly, when I go back towards the zone, I think that there is a big chance we're going to eventually set in some sort of bottom wick here on the monthly time frame. But for now, you know, we're reaching practically the you know, the all-time highs right now for gold here. You know, look at the 2144 as well, and the way we're heading into that direction right now, you know, trying to top in these highs. The market is absolutely crazy, right? We're talking about the stock market on an all-time high. We're talking about gold right now, all-time high. We're talking Bitcoin all-time high. Hey, man, I don't know what's going on here, but you know, obviously this is not going to have a good impact on the dollar, you know, and all that stuff right here. It's absolutely risk on at the moment. But anyways, that's the monthly time frame. You know, I just make sure that I at least highlighted the zone here, because what we could expect at some point is that you're going to just see, you know, some sort of bottom wick here once again into that zone, and that could then lead into that continuation. So then you flip, you know, you break practically the previous all-time high, you push down again, and you start coming down to flip, and then you end up somewhat neutral at the end of the month here. I would not be surprised, you know, and at the same time, also take into consideration that when you look, for example, at the NFP that's coming and stuff, we have a lot of news along the way here. For example, this is going to be by far the biggest week. Okay, we have the PMI today. Then tomorrow we have the ADP non-farm employment, the dual job openings. We have Uncle Jerome testifying. Then on a Thursday, we have the interest rate decision for the euro, which is going to have an impact also on the dollar, I think, as well. The initial jobless claims. Again, the testify from Uncle Jerome. We're definitely not going to watch this because you're going to fall asleep. For sure, I don't want you to fall asleep during the streams because it's, you know, the most boring stuff you will ever see in your life. Same counts for the ECB press conference. You know, you will get extremely annoyed when listening to them. But Friday is, of course, the NFP. So for that particular reason, this week, we're going to stream the NFP for sure. We have to be there. We have to make sure that the NFP will be covered, and hopefully we can take a live trade, you know, pre-news. So that'll be funny to see how price responds here. And if we can take a trade before the news, then hey, it's going to be a wild one. As always, you know, we're going to use volume and price to determine our potential limit orders to see what we can do there. So it's going to be a wild ride this week. I hope you're ready for it. I am for sure. And yeah, we're going to talk about the 15-minute, 30-minute here. But let's quickly sum up our game plan. But before that, make sure you smash up the like button here. And if you're new, subscribe to this channel. We're releasing our own concept very, very soon. So I can't wait for it to, you know, to reveal it, to show it, to work with it, to set it as our framework for what we have to offer. And also for the live streams, of course, okay? The daily live streams will be based up on that framework. And we can only make it better as a family from there, okay? We're just set the framework, and you know, we're gonna just make sure we improve over and over again. Some guys already are implementing it in our community, which is amazing to see. You know, I see people are starting to richly apply it right now. So big shout out to yours as well. He's implementing right now the volume profiles as well here as Matty already for a while. And then of course, Toretti as well here, also using these type of levels and making fantastic trades out of it. So, you know, the fact that I then never really explained what the strategy is, and yet people are implementing it, is a really, 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 really good sign. So, with that said, First choice here is gold today. The second choice today is the NASDAQ. Okay, and we're going to talk about the NASDAQ as well because the NASDAQ is showing super clean price action as well. From last week onwards, right now heading into this week as well here. So overall good. We do have the PMI coming. So in around about an hour and 15 minutes from now, we will have the first news, and then the second and third will come at 10 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. EST. So do take that in consideration. We might be, experiencing a little bit of consolidation here. I honestly do not think we're gonna see a drastic move happening during the news. I could be wrong, but because there is so much more news incoming, I don't think that this is the most important factor of the week. So I think this is all going to be preparation, of course, for the Friday, the most important day, which is going to be the non-farm payrolls right there. Okay. So my general overview for gold. We have seen an incredible monthly opening candle, low to high 900 pips. The monthly bottom wick is relatively weak. So there might be a chance that we start pushing down to create a bigger wick, bearish flip followed by initial reversal throughout major news events. So do expect throughout major news events that a reversal is, in my opinion, more likely. That's just definitely something that I'm interested in to trade, especially then. Okay. The trading approach for today. Well, the key levels for the session are extremely clear. So is the price action. It's literally just consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion, constantly. Okay. Including the trend that's getting built on the 15-minute time frame. Super clean, super clear. I do not expect a balanced session today, therefore I will wait for price to tap into one of our key levels, such as the previous value area high or the point of control, or a potential swing point, which I'll show you exactly on the charts in a second here, and observe how price responds. Okay, we break it. If you break it, and we have a retest, there is a big chance we're going to see a price movement down towards the 2,100. Okay, a retest, let's say, of the 2,100. Followed by potential continuation or whatever the case may be here. But we're not there yet, man. We're still looking way too strong at the moment here. Okay. 10-year yield, like I said, is still above the 4.182%, but the daily candle looks weak. Negative correlation between gold and the 10-year yield. So yield weak, gold strong. Okay. If price breaks below the 4.182 and we close and retest below, the chances is bigger that gold will bounce bullish from any of our key levels. And the key levels are, okay, the local previous range of point of control, the 2,117. I think there is a big chance we're going to drive price back one time to retest to look for continuation. The previous day value area high at 2,114, and then we have two levels that are not interesting for now at this particular moment. So the 2,117 and 14 are the most important in my opinion. And internally we start looking on the lower time frames as well in a second, and go over it here. Okay, psychology. So obviously, this week is full of news. Anything can happen, and the volume can be extremely inconsistent. So obviously, this is always something that we have to take into consideration. The volume, especially when that inconsistency is there, then there is no need to force anything when you're consolidating. Okay, you're only trying to look for these type of breakouts or potential retest of certain zones after a consolidation or a certain expansion, because anything within the range itself can just come up and down, and it can be extremely slow. So you can see already, based upon the gold chart right now, it's consolidation, 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 but that expansion is super rapid. And any retest right now is going to be extremely interesting already. Let me tell you this already right now. Okay, so we're going to go to the lower time frame and actually talk about it here. But, just to put it straight, look how simple and effective that trend line has been for now. Very, very straightforward, right? Going from a Friday into the Tuesday. Overall looking just super, straightforward. ABC trading, okay? Waiting for that, retest and that continuation play. And if you start breaking below, and then obviously what's going to happen here. Not particularly below the trend line, but below certain key zones and key levels that were highlighted, especially. Okay, so that's gold. For example, also the NASDAQ is also very, very interesting at the moment here. And the reason why is because the NASDAQ has been so extremely accurate in regards to, these touch points and the volume profile as well here. We saw, for example, a really nice clean reaction from it. So let me make sure we have this one set here. Let's see if it's working actually. But we saw a retest 17,998 on the point of control here, followed by an amazing overall reaction here. So let me do it one more time. All the way up to the 18,303. This is where we opened the week. So what happened during the open is that, the NASDAQ is going to be very interesting, by the way. We saw a bullish opening. We flipped bearish. We came below the Sunday open. We tried to break above it. We failed to break above it. We came down to the previous day value area high. We bounced from that twice. Could have been a nice trade. And then we tapped into the Sunday open, failed to break it again. And the moment you start breaking below the previous day value area high again, and then that's when that continuation actually started until you came to the point of control here. So you can say already by default that the Friday swing low to swing high, has been extremely accurate in regards to this current week. So you can see that the Monday we responded very, very strong and aggressively to it, and the Tuesday as well at the moment here. So now we're bouncing from the 18,095. We are starting to slow down a little bit though. So I want to see how price reacts at it again. And it could be that you're just going to create a bullish W formation and, hold above that key level and look for a nice leg up here due to, of course, all that liquidity we have been building over the last couple of days right now. Today, especially after that closure, as Asia was bearish, London was bearish, and now New York potentially can go for these Asian highs and London highs as well. So I'm definitely taking that in consideration, a potential pullback into the 18,095, and then potentially look for some sort of reaction from there. I think it's definitely interesting to see how price responds at it again, because you can definitely react from it twice, multiple times in a row, and still being at a valid key level without having it marked as a double bottom or a equal highs or equal lows or whatever. The best thing would definitely be if you take out the lows and then reverse again. So that's a play that I would take, and that's the reason a play that I would definitely look for when looking for longs for the NASDAQ today as well. So yeah, NASDAQ is very, very interesting when looking at that key level. Yeah, gold is already going right now. It's holding up significantly here. Yes, we broke above this zone. Man, that continuation is insane. Do take in consideration that the 2143 2145 is the exact high, okay, of the previous week of the monthly candle from, the monthly candle of December. So the 2145 is going to be by default already definitely a level that we cannot neglect right now, okay? So, that could be, that's the all-time high of the wick as well here. So all-time high wick, December month. And December, okay? So yeah, just want to highlight this for sure to make sure that we don't neglect this here. And man, the price action is insane. It's insane. Okay. Crazy stuff. Same as what happened yesterday as well. So yesterday was also very, very cool. If you look at this, right? So what happened was, let's drive price back real quick. There we go. And you look at this range, because we took out the initial lows here, okay? You had the value area low sitting right there, okay? And this is a very nice and clean range, by the way. Super clean. You take out the lows and you create a higher high. So it's a lower low, higher high, and a pullback. That pullback aligned with the trend that we were building. And if you draw the value area low here, then look at how we actually tapped into that zone one more time to draw that liquidity and to then defend and push price further up here, okay? Definitely war was going on around the 2114, and that retracement turned into a confirmation play. So, the Monday was very, very strong, very bullish overall. And overall, you can see that it just led into continuation after continuation. And even if you draw the swing as well, let me draw the swing right now. Then the moment you started breaking above it, and we're going to talk about everything, all of that right here, you could say that you flipped this as well. You closed above it and you flipped it. Amazing long entry as well here. But man, price is already going bananas right now. All right, very interesting to see here. So at the same time, this also aligned very well with the previous day. the full day of volume traded as well here. So it was not just the value area low, it was also the previous day value area high that aligned very well as well here. So these levels are extremely precise. Now we're heading for the highs here. So the only thing that we can do now is wait for the highs to be reached. And then, you know, we're going to just see how things operate here. BTC and gold are making history, man. 2024 has been a wild ride so far. That's for sure. Dominic says, I think we can see new all-time highs. Gold almost has new all-time highs here. Yeah, Bitcoin right now is at 67,700. So I think we came to the all-time highs already, or very, very close at least. So yeah, man. The more bullish this week though, the more, you know, careful we have to be during the NFP. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. You know what the NFP is capable of. That's for sure. So yeah, that would be wild. That would be wild if just literally the NFP would just continue to go up here. Bang Lisa, sir, I opened to sell at 2142, 2148, 2150. Yeah, man. Let's just see. Let's evolve here. Bitcoin absolutely crazy, man. Tell me about it, bro. I mean, we have our crypto VIP group, right? It's the biggest by far. Like the amount of wins are just, I mean, I cannot even comprehend like how active the group has been ever since Bitcoin started to rally. And especially when looking at all these altcoins right here, based upon the signals as well. And that signal channel that we have as well in crypto. Yeah, man. February itself was already great, man. 110%, 73%, 73.3% win rate, 30 trades, 22 wins, 8 losses. You can see by default already that the risk to reward is significant. So of course, you know, when you have a market that's running that hot and you get into a position, you know, you can't just leave your position open and take some partials and just leave it running. Like, that's how crazy it is. So yeah, man. Wild stuff. Ooh, look at that. Back to the monthly. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so the closer we get to the 2045, the more shorts, you know, the more sellers are stepping in here, which is actually not really a surprise, of course, if you think about it. Especially around the all-time high, right? So yeah, usually, you know, this is quite normal. So let's see how we develop here. Let's also look at the footprint as well. Raven Sources Crypto VIP is very active. Shout out to Cowboy and Trader Tim. Yeah, join the Crypto VIP if you're interested in it. First, it was completely free to join. You just had to sign up with one of our exchanges, partner exchanges, and deposit $100. Now it's $500, and the reason why is because people took it for granted. And you know, now we're winning. Now everyone wants to get in. It's like, yeah, okay, but you know, we have a lot of people that were not active at the beginning here. They deposit $100 on their account, and then they remove the money, and then they start trading on another account. And that's unfair to Tim, who's giving away like 3 signals a day or something like that, if not more right now at the moment. So now it's $500. Okay, it's still your money. You don't have to give it to us. Otherwise, you pay the exchange regardless. You know. But it's your way to join it. Get VIP access, you can get in. NASDAQ is chilling. NASDAQ is just chilling. Gold is the only one that's actually going. Let me go to 30 minute here. Let's use that swing. First level, of course, 2127. Yeah, let me quickly look at the monthly as well for the 1 hour chart, because the charts are relatively... No, it's the same, it's the same. Okay, 21.25, 21.28. Slightly bigger expansion for Owanda. It depends on what chart you're actually looking at. But it's relatively similar. Okay, it's relatively similar overall. So many of you can't handle the hype today. Look at 21.27, 21.24. No, I don't think we're bearish yet. Then your yield is dropping. Wait for that retest here. That retest we're gonna wait for. So that's what we said in our game plan. We said the following. We said alternative information. 10-year yield is still above the 4.182%, but if it breaks below it and we close a retest below, you know, the chance is bigger that gold will bounce bullish from any of our key levels. So the that retest of that 4182 is extremely important because it's a strong daily level, and we are finally able to break it. Took a long time, by the way. Took a long time. So that retest here is going to be key. If you start coming up and you get rejected here, then gold will come down and it will come to any of our key levels here. And, you know, it could be a little bit lower still, right? It doesn't have to be here. It can also be the 2015, for example. (2016, 17). Something like that here. You can see that if the 10-year yield tries to push up, that gold is coming down here. And look at that. Look at this candle right here. It says it's exactly opposite to gold, right? So this is the 10-year yield. Let's go to gold as well in the 15-minute. Let's put them together, and you know what I mean. So retest. Retest, and then we know. Massive if you look at it from this angle right here. Yeah, let's actually look at the details right here, specifically gold. No, this is definitely not bearish, fam. No. At least not yet, okay? Yes, okay, negative delta, I get it. But like, if you look at the actual bid and ask here, there is not a really big seller. We're already operating above this particular low. This is where seller stepped in. So what happened here is the following. You know, price comes up. And you know what? Let's use the 50-minute candle. Let's zoom in here. And let's create like a... Let's turn it. There we go. No, look at the 50-minute. Last 50-minute candle, you know, ended up with a positive delta. So buyers are still willing to step in and defend their position right here. You can see that the sellers are definitely not in control yet. No way. No way, no way, no way. Hey, listen, we have 50 minutes for the hourly closure, right? Yeah, let's wait for this closure. Yeah, let's wait for the closure. Are prop firms that do challenges a scam? I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think. My answer would be yes. Prop firms are all scams. No, I'm joking. Now, what I think is happening a lot though is the following. Okay, they make it extremely easy, and the easier it is for you to pass a challenge, okay, the easier the rules are, the harder it's gonna get along the way. And what I'm trying to say with that is, you know, they're implementing these weird rules sometimes. And that's the only thing that absolutely pisses me off about prop firms, is that they come up with these fucking stupid excuses like, yeah, sorry, but you traded from multiple IP addresses, so this could be someone from La La Lula land. Therefore, we don't know if it's you. Can you please confirm if it's you? And then you are like, okay, how can I actually confirm that it's me? It's my phone and it's my PC. And sometimes I use a VPN. Whatever. Yeah, please send your bill from your phone when you bought your phone in 2019 and, you know, prove that it's your IMA or EMI number from your iPhone, and do all kinds of crazy shit to prove that this is actually your phone, and then let you go. That's one layer. Second one is another one that pisses me off as well. Is the, yeah, sorry, but you're copy trading. I mean, bro, what the fuck are you saying? You're copy trading, like, you know, there are thousands and thousands of traders out there. It's gonna happen at some point that you're gonna take the exact same trade as somebody else or similar to that, okay? So all that kind of stuff pisses me off completely about the Forex prop firm industry. At the same time though, you know the risk. You know, you understand the risk. You know that it's an unregulated market, right? Like, we kind of are aware of that. So if it's semi-unregulated, then you have to play the game. And you have to understand that it's a game. And, you know, you have to understand that it's not 100% transparent in many ways. So, like I said before many times, the way you should respond to it is by, you know, like I said before, getting funded with multiple accounts. Don't over leverage. Understand that they at any given moment can kick you out if you're too good. And just accept your destiny, okay? Now, the same way as you're trading right now, you're trading risk management, right? Implement the risk management factors that you implement when you're trading also in life. So also when understanding the risk to reward. What is the risk to reward of a buying a prop firm challenge? Well, the risk is that they cut me off or that I lose. The reward is that I get a payout. So in that manner, okay, what is worse? The risk to the reward? Is it beneficial? Is it probable? Yes. Okay, fantastic. So now I know the rules. I know the playbook. Then it's like, okay, if I know the playbook, how can I win this game? And the way you win this game is by getting funded on multiple accounts, spread your risk, and do not be a DJ when trading. And just, you know, slowly scale and accept whatever happens to you. The good thing is there are hundreds of prop firms right now. to choose from. So that's it. Okay. All right. Yes, I get that we want to sell now, right? But the problem is that the hourly candle, or it's not a problem, but the hourly candle will close in like 9 minutes from now. So. Are you a support and resistance trader? What are your thoughts on ICT? The man himself. A little bit gay sometimes. The concept's fantastic. Absolutely amazing. A support and resistance trader? No, we have our own. We're creating our own system. It's called LTA concepts. We implement sometimes, you know, some support and resistance levels for sure. Some key levels. At the same time, you know, we utilize volume. The accuracy is insane, and the response from the community has been great. So, you know, definitely something I want to look for. Might be bearish already, big sell, yeah. Yeah, the only thing is that people see a candle like that and they're like, I'm stepping in right now. Right away. And then the next hourly candle opens up. And what does the hourly candle do? Usually, the hourly candle creates another push upper, another drive up, followed by a push down. So, you know, the best entries will be a little bit higher if that's the case. And then look for the continuation, if that's the case right here. But overall, I definitely want to see how we close this hourly candle. Yeah, the thing with ICT is just, you know, I think that his concepts are absolutely incredible. The only difference is that, you know, when you preach something, you know, sometimes, you know, staying humble in a way is also relevant, you know. I don't like personally when, you know, you claim to be, you know, the mentor of your mentor's mentor, you know, all that stuff as well. And when you lose a trade multiple times in a row, you say, yeah, it's not my fault. It's the system, or it's all the guys that are trading with me that are putting their stop losses above or below. Like, that's just the thing I cannot really stand at the moment here. For the rest, fantastic. I mean, the extra information is incredible. So, you know, I think that should be the main focus point. And by the way, the other reason is he came to the stream one time and he said, like, at the time when I was still, you know, testing a lot of different things out on stream as well. He said, oh, you're trading my concepts? How does it feel to trade my concepts right now? Yeah, bro. Jenny says, I've paid £35,000 account on FTMO. I paid for a £35,000 account. How long do I have to make my first trade? You can start right away, my friend. You can start right away if you want to. What I've done before when I was trying to pass these challenges and stuff was I took one swing trade as my foundation, and I was really patient with that one. And then once my swing trade was placed, I decided to then step in and do like, you know, place all kinds of scalps and small day trades in between. But it was before when it was still like a 30-day rule. I think a 30-day passing. Now you have unlimited amount of time. So, I mean, you don't have to be in a rush. That's for sure, man. Who's currently in a prop firm challenge, by the way? Let me know here in the chat. Who's currently in a prop firm challenge at the moment? Let's see what we can do, man. Let's see what we can do here. Nice. Tom, FTMO, Moroccan, producer, Jitenda, Steph, Georgia, George, Evelina, amazing. Amazing. FTMO 100k down 7%. Nice. So Gold Digger, one tip for you, bro, which I implemented as well before, is when you're down 7%, I can sense the feeling already, and let me know if this is true, that you feel that you want to risk more now, or that you're like, you know, I'm already down 7%. Now it's going to take 3 times as long. So I do not want to be patient and wait for that to recover and then again reach the 10%. So I'd rather go full DJ mode right now and place a big trade. 9 out of 10 times, that's gonna wreck, you know, that's gonna wreck you. And I've been there as well. So, you know, trying to take like a smaller trade still, even though when you're down, is usually the better answer if you want to keep your account alive. Okay. And yeah, it's just a grind, right? It's just a grind to build back up. But, you know, it's just a question right now. How valuable is this 100k account to you right now? If it's not valuable, then it's say, okay, I'm going to go full DJ mode. And if I fail, I'll buy a new one. Okay, fair game. But if it's valuable to you, then, you know, not taking that much risk is definitely, you know, the most important thing to take in consideration. That's my recommendation here. Okay, so, you know, lower your risk and stuff. I think it's a good decision. Do you trade today? That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. Will this be a good swing trade to the downside? So the problem with this is that the NFP is this week. So, I mean, it could be if it's the NFP, because I think the NFP will cause the biggest move in the market. So, like I said, I'm not convinced yet that we're bearish here. Even though that hourly candle is really, was starting to push down, but you can see that the demand is coming into play. Buyers are willing to step in here. So now we have the next hourly candle. And I think that's going to be the, that's going to be the actual confirmation. So let's see. Farm is good though. Farm is good. Okay, next hourly candle, fam. There we go. No, definitely not bearish yet here. Actually, when looking at the 10-year yield, the 10-year yield is not really that aggressive either. So we're kind of like, you know, I expected some sort of retracement, but very slow overall. You think we could break above the 2129 here? We also have the zone. Yeah, let's wait for that big buyer and let's see if we can flip that 2029 level and look for continuation again. What about this? Point control held really nicely. See that? Very nicely. Nice confirmation here. Right on that level here.
Connection lost.
Not your connection. Yeah, you can see that the 1 hour is interesting here. So what I've done is I've drawn practically the low to the high. So this is the volume from the low to the high. And we're hovering in between the 2129 and 2124. The 2124 was a really good bounce. This is also like a big trend that's holding, by the way. It's kind of also a retest from that range. So expansion. Yes, a massive sell-off right here. The question is, will it induce so many guys to go short now and push price further down? I doubt it yet. So if you start claiming back that 2129 here, then this could be a driver to the upside again. But you can see clearly that for now it's a rejection point. So that's why it's a key level, 2129. So wait for price to either reverse or break below the 2021 here. Hey Lorenzo, with LTA concepts, are going to explain stuff like ATAS, bookmap, explain different stuff in them, like the delta and the footprint? Yes, sir. Yeah, we're going to have like an advanced section, bro. So it's going to be awesome. The level 2 data. But it's optional though. It's not necessary, I think, especially on the streams and all that stuff. I think that, you know, it's definitely an add-on. It's not a necessity. If that makes sense here. You know, if you just want to see how accurate it is, by the way, if you look here at the NASDAQ, for example, you know, we draw these volume profiles and we draw them specifically based around time. And the reason why is because we want to understand what the volume is, you know, exactly is traded in a daily candle. Based upon the daily candle, we know, okay, we understand the daily formation, the daily candle structure, but at the same time, we also understand what the actual volume, like the amount of trades that have been placed within that daily candle. So the only way to do that is by zooming in and go to the 15-minute, 30-minute as your sweet spot, as your foundation. And of course, like basic market structure is already like king. But at the same time, if you can then confirm that with points of interest, you get these type of confirmations. And these confirmations are sometimes really good. Really good. So for example, this is the LTA concepts indicator. It shows you all these sessions right away, including the Sunday open. So if you are interested in trading and using it for the LTA concept which is coming, then you can go to the announcement section. You can click on this link. You know, so join our free Discord, get in, click on that link, and then integrated private indicator. And what you can do is by default already, let's say you're here, okay? You understand that this is a day, this is a full day, this is a full day, start of the week. That's why it's blue. And at the same time, you know, once we close to the day, you now have information of a particular candle. So for example, a full daily candle looks like this. All right. And what happened after that, the next day opened up. We opened bullish and we have these key levels set. So for example, the point of control is the area where the most volume has been traded throughout that day. That's why we call this the previous day point of control. And you look at it and you highlight it and you just wait. You just wait. You're patient, you wait, and you wait for a reaction here. Then, you know, you have also the very area high and you wait for a response. And what happened was, boom, it tapped into the point of control on the dot, literally on the dot, and it went for it. So it had that distribution, that expansion, actually that manipulation, and, you know, followed by a continuation. And if you missed out on that trade right here, because this was around the London Open, the NASDAQ around the London Open, like, you know, let's say a little bit after the London Open here, okay, an hour later, then you say, oh fuck, I missed this trade. Then you still have the very area high, and what tends to happen is that if you break through it, you tend to then retest it once, twice, and go again. So if you got this trade, you could scale into your position. And if you didn't, you had another confirmation. And, you know, what happened was eventually, of course, you manipulated you know, the high, right? So that's also a very good way of looking at it, in my opinion. And you manipulated the previous session's high and you start rallying from there. So after that, boom, you know, you have another day closed. Same thing. You draw the volume profile in one layer. There are also another way, and we're going to talk about everything here, but that's, let's say, a swing point, right? And you wait for price to develop. Very flat, by the way, on, during the Monday open here. So you also have, of course, by default, the opening candle. So that's sitting right there. So this is the Sunday open right here. So yeah, you hover around the Sunday open to make a decision, you manipulate, and this was pure manipulation day, okay? But you still utilize, for example, the previous day here, you know, and see what you can do here. You have the point of control again, sitting at 18,096, for example, right there. So you draw it again, key level, you wait for price to go, come back. And this is today, and boom. There we go. And this is why I'm interested in taking a trade actually right now for the NASDAQ. You tap into it once, you tap into it twice, and you want to see that W formation. And this could lead into another rally, similar to what happened here. However, the only difference is that you created that internal higher low and you swinged up here. This time, you can see that you're holding up. Also very, very nice. So that's actually where we are right now for the NASDAQ. And I hope it makes sense because you are in an uptrend. You pull back, you build liquidity, you come back into a previous range. And the only thing that you're looking for is the volume. Where on that exact level is the volume traded? So rather than look at horizontal support and resistance, it's volume that shows you these type of levels here. And it's the closest you can get to order flow. And the reason why it's the closest you can get to order flow is because the fact that, you understand that the volume profile is purely based on the bid and ask, on the amount of buyers versus sellers. It's a data that we can't see, when looking at just the candlestick chart. So when integrated volume, you are able to get one step closer to that. And that's why I utilize this tool a lot here and, create like a system out of it here. Okay. It's much more advanced than that, but that's just the basic foundation. So now you're holding above it again. And now we're still ranging around it. And what I think is important here is that, you create a really good solid 1 hour candle closure. So that means that you swipe the lows and you flip, let's say, bullish, something like this. And then it's an easy long, stop loss below the low. And then look for that continuation. So NASDAQ could be a great trade today. And gold right now is starting to flip. So fantastic stuff. Also the product control, by the way. And you can see right now that the yield has no bottom wick. And we have 15 minutes left for the closure. So the next 15-minute candle might be a trade here. I do like it too. So where it seemed very bearish, right? This doesn't look bearish at all anymore. "30 seconds left. Stop loss will be below the low, like 21.19, something like that. Let's create a bearish foundation first. Bottom wick. NASDAQ is holding really nicely, guys. Really, really good. Okay, we're flipping bearish now. That's good. Wait for that bullish flip. this is kind of what you're like trying to, you know, where you kind of get rejected now. So the bigger the wick, the better it is. And especially if you feel that, that imbalance right now, that small imbalance below. Let's see. We have the New York Stock Exchange coming as well here, so we have to take that in consideration because, like, you know what happens around the end, the NYSE, right? So closer we're getting to that, the more patient I'm going to become here. So I give it 3 minutes to flip, and if you can't, then we don't take it for now. Come on. Okay, I'm willing to take it too long here. Let's do it. Right on time, right on time. And let's observe this 5-minute candle, super key. Ten minutes left for the closure. We're gonna play it safe today, or at least not now. But we're gonna wait for that for the New York Stock Exchange here and see how price develops. We should already be in profit. Otherwise, we close it. Bonley says I buy at 21.30. I open buy again 21.18. Are we long? Yes, we are longs right now at the moment. And the NASDAQ as well. Especially if the NASDAQ holds above the value area low here. During the New York Stock Exchange open and after the closure, then we're gonna long NASDAQ as well here. Time for the breakthrough. Come on, guys, push through. Pump it. How's life in Bali? It's cold, man. It's cold for Bali. Come on, break. We're gonna give it couple more minutes, and otherwise we have to wait for the New York Stock Exchange and we will try again. You guys know the strategy and the momentum play. Okay, this should be the breakthrough now. Let's go. If this the 1 minute candle doesn't break it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven seconds. Seven. Five-minute closure as well. No, it's done. Last minute, last chance. Otherwise, we're gonna exit and wait. Wait for the New York Stock Exchange here. Nope. Flat. Look at that. It's flat as it can be here. Three minutes left for the New York Stock Exchange to open up here. If there's no follow through, we close it, man. Weak bottom. Okay, I'm gonna close it right now. Like 5 pips is definitely not enough. But anyways, next 30-minute candle. In 3 minutes, look for the bottom wick, re-entry. Anything can happen around the New York Stock Exchange open. Better not go now. Even though we played correctly, in my opinion. Wait for that reaction. NASDAQ holding up nicely. I hope we close above the 18,102 in 30 minutes, man. Because the news is gone after that as well. And that could be a really good trade long towards the Sunday open again. So yeah, let's do that. Let's wait for re-entry. 5 pips is not what we're looking for. Okay. Can you show me the volume profile settings? Yeah, so look at here. 128.72. Okay. Colors are up to you, of course. It doesn't really matter regardless, because the next 30-minute candle is the most important candle anyways. So let's see how that wick develops on the next 30 minutes. No, I don't even call this a win. 5 pips is a win. It's not a win for me. We're looking for the bigger moves in the market here. Bro, that blazer is fire. Thank you, man. LTA Concepts, Limitless Trading Academy, okay? So in case you want to know what I'm building here, it's the Limitless Trading Academy. I can't stop showing you though. Boom. There we go. And then New York Stock Exchange open. Oh. Sorry for that. Re-entry question mark? It's still holding, right? It's still holding above that key level here. It wants to develop. The lower we go, the better it is. The lower we go, the better it is for now. For the development of this structure here. The key levels are the swing high, value area high, point of control. We had a really good bounce there already. So I need to set it right. Uh, 45. Yeah, man, this is good. Wait for a little pullback. How's the volume? Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. Not that fantastic. For a New York Stock Exchange open, at least. NASDAQ coming down. Okay, but again, it's at hourly closure, right? It's at hourly candle closure that matters here. Gold's holding up, but gonna be patient here. We tried before. Does there always appear the number of pips when you enter right top corner of the screen when you enter the trade? No, it's the magic keys. So it shows you automatically the pips in the top right. Pretty nice, right? It's pretty good actually. There are a bunch of other calculators as well, I think, that would do the same thing. I like 14-year-old girl asks, are you single? That's kind of a bit creepy question if that's your name. Because I don't like 14-year-old girls. It's great. 2131, is that man? It's holding, right? It's still pushing down here. Yeah, no need to FOMO in. No need to FOMO in, fam. Let's check out the 1 minute here. Look at that curve. Not a big fan. I tried to enter before, and hopefully we saw that follow through here now. And the reason why is because we bounced from there. So we bounced from there. And, you know, if we had that follow through right away, I understand that the demand here was really significant. So the demand was good. And that could potentially create that follow through here. You can already say that they failed to break higher. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a lower target right now. Back towards the 21.25 again. Or 21.29, 21.25. So no long for now. No FOMO for now. You can see why. You can see why. So let's see. Yeah, we have news in 10 minutes as well, right? So now, yeah, we're kind of forced to wait because there's no follow through, and I think we're just waiting for the news. So yeah, let's see. If you are in position now and you're around your entry, just understand that news is coming, right? We have the PMI coming along 3 times. I have a short coming at 240. Should I hold it? News coming. Please advise. 240. That means you're in profit. You can take some profits, secure yourself on break even, and like see where it goes. Maybe it's up to you, bro. But yeah, it's very, you know, I cannot tell you right now we're gonna go up or down for sure. So you should do this. What you can do is to manage your risk. You know, take it as a risk-free trade because 2140 is a good entry. And maybe take some profits in case. And if it comes down, you probably have a bigger move regardless. So you compensate for that initial profit taking. So it depends on your expectation, but I understand there are you know, there's definitely some news coming now. Do not have the highest expectations from it, but like, I mean, news is news. How's NAS doing? NAS is coming down here. NAS is coming down. That's why that closure was so key. Next up is 17,997. Too bad. A closure above here will be an instant long position. But hey, anything can happen. We have news. We have the hourly closure. So, hey, you know, this is the open. This is the manipulation. This is the open. I plan to stay till the news for sure, bro. We're the news is almost there. Almost there, almost there. It's good that we didn't went long, right? Like we didn't force our second to trade just because we saw price going up. It's pretty good actually. And it's also good that we closed that initial position here that we had. And that has to do with the timing. The timing, you know, lack of follow through, lack of momentum. No bite of this pullback. I do agree with you, bro. Yeah. I do agree. Most important volume traded today was, yeah, it's still at 21.26. And if you're looking from the bottom to the top, it still comes down to 2026. So that's just a key level. The 21.25 as an average is the most interesting level to trade long from. If you don't see like that follow through and stuff, then it's better to just see price coming back down. See if you can gather more momentum, more demand, and then push price again. So let's see. We have news in 4 minutes, fam. So be careful. Be careful. Okay. We're gonna trade the news, but not today. We're gonna trade the news on a Friday. All right. We're gonna trade the NFP. Most likely. Let's see how price develops here, but most likely, you know, it's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the reward is incredible if you're right. We have seen it many times before. Of course, we need a plan. We cannot just enter blindly and just do random stuff. No, we need to at least make some sort of plan and pre-game and see how we do from there, of course. Like, we're not going to just, you know, go along and stop or place like buy or sell stops or something like that. We will have a plan ready. Are you streaming on a Friday? Yeah, we're going to stream Friday as well. So we're going to stream 4 days today, this week. So today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. It's too chill, man. We need to hype. We have news. We will see. Yeah, so key level is now going to be 21.25. Let's see what we can do there. Right in the zone. Where's Thomas? I have no idea, bro. No idea what Thomas is. He's probably killing it on the charts. Questionary days of trading only Tuesday till Thursday. Yeah, so for now, at least at the beginning, we do 3 days. And the reason why is because of we're building a concept. So we're working very hard developing our, our actual new concept that's coming out. So once this is released this month, then at the end of the month, then we're going to go full in and stream every day, hopefully. But this week is going to be 4 streams. So, man, it feels just too good to be back. I'm very happy. I missed it so much. I missed streaming so much. I took a little break after 200 streams or something. I took a little break for like a month or 2. I was like, man, it's actually so much fun. And we're not done yet. We have a lot of things to accomplish. We have a lot of things to release, and like, a lot of people to help as well as becoming better myself. Every single day. DB is patience. Yeah, I would definitely be patient now. Don't force anything now with the news coming. Don't force anything right now here. We have 1 minute left. Or we have it now, by the way. Bullish. For the dollar, apparently. 52.3. Dollar is non-responsive. Not really. It's actually, look at the dollar. Look how flat the dollar is, by the way. Tends to happen a lot during the NFP week. So, yeah. Okay, first news came out positive for the dollar. Yield is trying to push up. Gold is not really coming down. More news coming, though. The bigger news is coming along in a second here. Nikai says, don't long gold now. It's too risky. Once ascending corrective price action is formed, try taking a short. It depends on the. Let's get the news over with now. Let's just get the news over with, and then we look for new entries. We tried one time. We're not gonna go for 5 pips on this on these streams here. That's not how we rock and roll. Okay. So that was just a try, just a test. See how far we could take it. Gold short, to be honest, look how, look at this block, this massive block here. We're building liquidity on both sides right now. So yeah, let's see. Alexander, think like this. As hard as for you to do so many streams, keep in mind that all of us are also making our plans to be here with you. Whoa, that's true, man. That's true, and I do really appreciate that. Really. Trying to keep it as entertaining as possible, but at the same time, the vision is always to learn, to evolve, to become better, and to manage risk accordingly. But at the same time, have some fun as well, depending on the sentiment. depending on the sentiment. We're trying to do our best. That's for sure. So what's going to happen when news comes? Yeah, we'll see, man. We have 12 minutes left for the last news and the hourly closure. So, you know, the closer you get to this hourly candle, you're going to wait and sit for the next candle regardless. So if you want to look for entries, you're going to look for a top or bottom wicks as well, for example, of the hourly. So top or bottom. So far, I do really like how we're holding above 2025 still. It's really a good sign overall. But more news is still coming. So that's why I have to make a decision for yourself. Is it worth the risk now with the hourly closure, with the news? I would say no, not yet. We tried before. We're going to try again later. NASDAQ is back. Next up. Let's clean up here. Look at this. Wednesday, last week. Beautiful, beautiful range. Daily closure, nice bottoming out, followed by an initial move of a swing. So this is the swing low, swing high. Tapping into the famous point of control, which is the next stop, as you can see now already. And this is where you react from. So let me put it right there. Make sure it's accurate. There we go. And boom, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so the first one didn't help, or at least it bounced only 60 pips. This one, let's see if this one is actually strong enough to close above. And then the next hour will be a long for the NASDAQ, but it has to do with the next hourly candle as well. And the reason why I didn't take this drop that's let's say serious is because of the open and the pre-news. So, and we're holding above the swing low still, right? It's still a potential higher low scenario. So yeah, let's see how we evolve. That's the thing, right? So we have news. You always have to take news in consideration. You have to take consideration the clock. So the 30-minute closure, the hourly closure. The closer you get, the more, yeah, the better it is sometimes to wait for confirmations. Why? Because the new candle open is usually that first layer of liquidity building, driving price into a direction to flip it. So the closer you get to a closure, the better it is to just simply wait for that closure to then wait for your entry. Even though it is at your key level, or it is at your area of demand, or it is whatever, you're at your trend line. Usually it's better to just wait for that actual confirmation then. But if you're somewhat in the middle, it's completely fine. The 50-minute is optional in my opinion. The 50-minute closure is not really that... It's usually the 10 minutes before, the hourly, and the 30-minute. Where I'm a bit okay. Let's see how price develops, where we are. And it's all subjective, but at least wait for that reaction. And if you have news as well, let's get the news over with. And after that, it's always clean, man. You know that nothing is coming. Bitcoin 68.6K. Woo! Yeah, 7 minutes, fam. One second. News in a second here, be right back. Cool, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, let's go. Bitcoin all-time high, man. Hey, listen, that's gonna be a celebration right there. Okay. I'm definitely more exposed to altcoins myself, but it's a start of a beautiful beginning for a lot of people around me as well. So that's beautiful to see. Quick question, who has been using so far the volume profile, the fixed range volume profile to be exact? And how is it working for you? Have you utilized, some of the key levels we have been explaining, utilizing on stream already? Some guys definitely in our community are using it with success so far, even though I have not even explained the strategy yet, released the concept yet. And they're already using it, utilizing it. So that's crazy. Yeah, let me know what you think so far. And gold is super volume driven, so why not utilizing volume when trading gold? I mean, it's pure logic to me right here, but we're gonna go deep. We're gonna go deep. Sometimes it's just it's really it's pretty wild here. Okay, 3 minutes. Big wick energy, using it every day works like magic. Grants, it's been great to use so far. I have it, I love it. I use it and I like it. I use it with other confluences. Yes, exactly. Fantastic. Fantastic, beautiful. Yeah, every single time you think, oh, gold's going now. No. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're waiting for the news here. Oh man, just wait until you understand the actual lower time frame entry models for it and the key levels. It's unbelievable. It's the best thing I've ever used, and it's not just the fixed range volume profile. It's the deeper layers behind it. So the understanding why it does what it does, right? Why it gives you these type of levels, and how you can utilize it properly. So, man, it's just. I've been using it already. Like, I had a trading nut interview, okay? Trading nut interview And that was when I started. I think I just started YouTube a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And man, I was on that interview like talking about the point of control already at the time. Which is pretty wild here. Let me see if I can find it, by the way. Lorenzo. Two minutes, by the way. We keep close eye on it. Yeah, so man, look at that. This was August 25th, 2022. I was using it already. I was like, man, this tool is magic. This works like magic, clockwork. That truly changed it for me. But the strategy now, the hybrid system around it now, you know, that took just much more time to actually develop and to just understand and work around and test and backtest and actually put it into practice, right? Because yeah, I want to deliver, I want to come with results. I don't want to come with just like talk. I want to come with results, of course, when releasing something. So. Okay, 30 seconds. Let's see if there is actually volume coming in. Lorenzo, will we get the license scoreboard back? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rebrand it and I put it into the left corner. Top left corner. Okay. So far we've been doing well though. Still waiting for that big trade. But overall. Negative for the dollar. Boom. That's a move. That's a move. Okay. Yield coming down. Gold breaking. Yeah. Okay. News. News. Hourly candle has no but a wick. Of course. Yeah, okay, the yield is definitely weak. And this is a really good bullish confirmation from gold. And this actually makes me believe that we're going to drive much higher later on. Until the NFP. And the reason why is because this was such a key level for the 10-year yield to hold. And the fact that we're now breaking it and actually starting to really break below, even though we try to break above, or like, sorry, try to push up a little bit, immediately turn around. Look at that massive gap we have here to fill. So we have a lot more downside right now, especially if you break below this next level. This is the tunnel. We call this a tunnel. Okay, it's where you have these two key levels. I call it a tunnel when there are two horizontal levels very close to each other on the higher time frame. So the way I talk about it is we enter the tunnel. And what tends to happen is that you see this happening in tunnels. Okay, you see this happening in tunnels. It usually needs a break before it continues. It rarely just goes through it. So, you know, it takes a while. Okay, so tunnel, continuation, or follow through, break back up here. But as of what we're seeing now, you know, most likely if you start closing below here, you have that huge gap to fill. I mean, this is really bullish, man. At least for now. So very bullish right here. Same thing though. Same thing. Bitcoin 68,876. I mean, who's ready for the bull run? Who's ready to make some money in crypto? We've been talking about it for A year now. A year when Bitcoin was at 20K. I had some strong streams, crypto streams on my main channel. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. No interest. Well, there was some interest, not gonna lie here. It was not completely dead here, but of course, it's not a crypto channel, obviously. But it was right here, okay? 10 months ago. We went over that full-on break strategy, all that stuff here. Whew. We were preparing already a year ago, and now it's breaking all-time high. So fantastic stuff here. Look at the NASDAQ holding above the point of control. I always believe that the NASDAQ will be the better trade today still. What do you think about gold now? I think that the bottom, like the bottom looks weak. So I think that that follow through is not really what we're looking for. I also see that we're like I said before, we're in a tunnel, right? So now we're reaching the lows. And this might be just another push down to start flipping right before the closure. So we're talking about the 50-minute closure. So the 11:15 or 10:15. Yeah, so as long as we're staying above the 21.24, like I'm not interested in shorts. I was interested in shorts, so up there at the 21.45. But now we're just operating within that wick. So for now, what I'm actually waiting for is another push into the 21.24. Bitcoin all-time high. Yes. Hey man, this is unbelievable. This is amazing. You will see people asking questions right now. Should I buy? Should I buy now? Lorenzo, should I buy Bitcoin? Well, yes and no. You know, it's actually, yeah, not the right moment to buy. That's for sure. Yet, is there potential scenario we're going to go to the 100? I mean, yes, likely scenario. I talked about it on the streams as well before. Gave you all the examples why. Meme coins exploding. Also, of course, that means that retail is back fully now. So that means that sooner or later we're going to experience one big, massive crash, massive dump, and that's when we're going to capitalize. So if you want to be patient, you want to be ready. Okay, Tim has his signal channel as well right now, so he keeps pumping out these signals for you. Boom, every day. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't matter if the market is up or down or overbought or oversold. We can always trade it. That's why we have this channel. What matters is though that once we do have that massive short squeeze, long squeeze, sorry, then what's going to happen is that there will be some amazing buying opportunities. So it depends what you are, if you're an investor or if you are a trader or both. But for now, no more spot buying, right? On the previous stream, I said we had a limit order set at 38,000. Price went to 38.6 or something like that. No, 37.6. So it came down. It was the bottom and then boom, it went up again. So now it's just time to sit on our hands and see where this takes us right here. Why don't you trade with small lots rather than scared? Strategy. I mean, my strategy is built different. I mean, I use risk to reward as my layout. I still risk a minimum $1,000 per trade. That's my risk. That's 1% on my account. I don't know. How much do you trade? How much do you risk per trade? Still chilling here. Hi Lorenzo, when will LTA concepts be revealed? Also, what is the historical win rate for the same being? I mean, 70%. LTA concept will be revealed on March, the end of the month. So you will see. Templates, spreadsheets, video material, lecture series, you name it. Really just a good decision not to go along with the NASDAQ? Yes. That's why no confirmation, no trade. Hi Lorenzo, good evening. The one-time payment for the V3, is there an option to do it in installments? Bro, it's $97. Like installments, like bro, honestly. No offense, right? Like I do appreciate your interest, number one, and I do understand that, you know, for everyone, like it's different, of course. Like I always respect also individuals that don't have that much, you know. I also come from very humble beginnings, so I completely get it. But sometimes I'm like, you know, like how cheap should it be? Like should it be, you know, should it be $50? We already realized that with some projects we did for free, nobody cared because it was free. So people did not really appreciate it because they're not emotionally invested in it. So then we're like, okay, what can we do here? Yeah, we had it at $59. We had it at like 97 lifetime. It's like, man, just like, sometimes you just have to invest in yourself, you know. And you know, if not, there is a lot of free information available, as well as the daily live streams and stuff regardless, right? Where we're trying to trade together already and do our best for you and with each other. So Lorenzo, you don't use moving averages. What's your opinion? You know what the problem is? If I implement moving averages, then you know I also have to look at the RSI. Like I start implementing all these different things and tools, and I use the volume profile. I use supply and demand, horizontal support, resistance. Then it gets like messy. So I keep it clean. And for me, moving averages are not necessary, personally. We do have giveaways though, so we give away a lot of access to our community as well. That's why we have these giveaways, for example. And I think this is also, you know, a potential scenario. We practically we've done giveaways like every stream, almost every stream the last month. Maybe sometimes we skip it once, but you know, we always try to give back and see what we can do there. Do you use my FX book? Like to see the track record of your account. I need proof. So who are you to tell me what to do? Number one. Who are you to tell me what to show you? Who are you? I've done 250 live streams on a stream. Like, who do you think you are, bro? I need proof. I don't need you. Okay? We have done enough here with executions on stream and stuff. Every single month right now, we're going to include the track records again. We're going to step by step include everything as a foundation. But come on, man. Okay, next trade might be the following: NASDAQ short. If he retests the point of control, looking for that continuation play, which is a really nice scenario here due to the fact that this could turn into resistance as well. And for gold, I mean, what do you guys think? I think for gold we're kind of flattening out here. Okay, I think we're just gonna do a bunch of this right now at the moment, consolidation. And maybe looking for another expansion later on, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be today. We have the London closure and stuff. If you do come up though, interesting. If you do come down back to the 21-24, interesting for sure. Definitely interesting. Am I too late starting trading crypto? I unfortunately have to share the news. You are too late. It's over. Forget about it. No, I'm joking. No, I think that that you still have a bunch of opportunity. I think we're just absolutely getting started. We call this the super cycle for a reason. And I think it's coming. If you're interested in trading crypto, I really think you can find a lot of opportunities there. And I think we're just getting warmed up. Like I said before, you know, buying now at the all-time high is a bit too late, but there's so much greed now in the market. I think that people will get wrecked in the short term. And I think that when that dip occurs, I think that, you know, you have some really good opportunities. So I would wait when price comes down. I would buy when it's red and not green. And I think we're super close to that moment. So if you're interested in buying crypto, get involved. I think that patience will pay, and you don't have to rush it right now. And you know, all these meme coins and stuff exploding. I mean, you know, the later you join, you should always think about from this perspective, what kind of liquidity is left to buy. So, you know, if you are, let's say, somebody that's not really, you know, if you know people that are no traders and that are suddenly starting to buy meme coins, then you have to get out. In my opinion, then you have to get out here. Because who is left to buy? Because if there is nobody left to buy after that, then it's like, okay, that's it in the short term. Then we have to look at a retracement and look for continuation. So I do believe that you have the potential. Yeah, and I think that you're, you know, you're definitely going to make it happen later on. So no, you're not too late for sure. You're not too late, but you just have to be a little bit patient right now. Okay, it's time for the NAS here because what do you guys think, chat? Do you guys think that we're gonna start ranging here? This is what I believe personally. Let me know what you guys think. Let's get involved here. NASDAQ is much more appealing. You might think, oh yeah, we're just still continuing down. That's true, but at the same time, look at a massive range right now. And we have 11 minutes to the 30-minute closure. So let's see how we can develop this one right here. So either you close above it, next candle comes below, and you start bouncing, or you come down here. Another thing to look at is the volatility index. We have been looking at, we haven't really been looking at the volatility index for a while here, but we haven't been really trading NASDAQ a lot lately as well on stream. And you can see that we're now reaching that resistance. You can see that right here. Support, support, potential resistance right here. If we start getting rejected here, then the NASDAQ will most likely bounce or will most likely recover. So depending on where we close, let's see how far we can, you know, where we can take it. If not, then there is still a gap here to take back down to 1780, 17,883. Oliver says, I don't like gold today. We tried to take one trade, but let's see how we develop here, bro. What has your experience been with Vantage? Are they reliable? Man, you see it with the executions and the low spreads. It's really solid too. I'm really happy lately. And before, I'm gonna be honest, there were some issues I realized, and I was like, man, that's not cool. And it was the slippage and the server delay, but it's gone. It's solved. They upgraded their servers, and now it's much better. It's much better. Might be the Bali internet as well, though. So do take that for consideration. But no, man, it's really good. I mean, what do you guys think about Vantage? That's a better question if you guys are trading with it. Don't ask only me. Let me know what you guys think. I like a couple of them. Vantage #1. Blue Bear Market is still doing really well. It's really good. Well, Vantage is 12 years old. It's super established. You know, it's not like a random broker, right? Super established right here. You have these deposit bonuses for starters as well. Very interesting. So you can get up to 50% deposit. If you want to get that, only above or sorry, until $1,000. So if you deposit $1,000, you get $500 to trade with. It's not withdrawable. You need to make money with it. Pay quick energy. I'm using Vantage for a month. Really impressed. Sometimes they do have lags and charts stop working. Yeah, I experienced it as well, but they solved it, so it's good. The biggest thing is the spread, right? Low spreads is, in my opinion, the most important part. And if they solved the slippage issue, which they did, there's nothing to complain about. And if I want to withdraw something, you know, I can withdraw in like 2 hours. And I like to withdraw in crypto. I'm not sure about you guys, but I like to get my money in crypto. You know why? Have you tried Black Bull? Yes, I've been trading with Black Bull as well. I've been trading with Awanda. I have definitely tried a bunch of them. On stream, we traded with Awanda, Black Bull, Blueberry, and Vantage. And I'm sticking with Vantage right now. Is the raw ECN account of Vantage okay for a beginner? If you would start out, it depends how much money you have. So if you have more than, let's say, $3,000, I think you could go for like an ECN. Then you can decide if you want to have it swap free or not, if you're a swing trader. But if you're not, then I would go for the swap function. And yeah, if you have less than $3,000, I would still go for the STP, which is fine to begin with, and then you can always upgrade. So tomorrow is a big day as well. We have Uncle Jerome testifying. I mean, usually what I did before is I put these videos on stream and I watch it with you guys, and then we look at the dollar and gold. But I mean, I just don't want to fall asleep. I just don't want to fall asleep. I've heard that statement now already, you know, 1,000 times before. The same exact script, right? Inflation, we want to try to get inflation down to 2%. The labor market, the labor force is extremely strong. Yeah. Now we've heard it now. So, you know, we're just gonna sit on our hands and wait for the news as well to come here. If the market is really nice and clean, then we might take a trade before the news, depending on the structure of gold, especially. NFP, I'm pretty sure we're gonna take a trade before the news. Just because of the previous expansions we've seen before. And but it's definitely not going to be a buy stop. It's definitely not going to be a sell stop. It's going to be a buy limit or a sell limit. That depends though on how we move through. So yeah, the only thing that I would warn you guys for, and I think this is also from experience, and like maybe you guys can agree with me, is that usually what you see with the NFP is around, yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, you start consolidating flat for 2 days trade. all the way until the NFP on a Friday. So London session, also nothing. So it's going to be like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, particularly flat trading. And, you know, that then will actually show us potentially the scenarios here after that actual range, the accumulation, the distribution, whatever the case may be. But again, take the monthly candle in consideration and the weakness of the bottom. Yeah, I would not be surprised if we after creating an all-time high, we might eventually come down later the month here. So I think it's still too early for the NFP, but we have the CPI, we have you know, a bunch more information here. The CPI is going to be super important this month. So yeah. Hey Lorenzo, using the volume pole for the 1 hour, doesn't that say that the candle went into a no volume area and it will come back down? So let me look at the 1 hour view. Yeah, so what you can definitely see is that all the way up until the current highs right now, you know, obviously the most volume that has been traded has been, of course, in this zone, this area of consolidation. Right here, for example, right, breaking this high was a really good move. So the most interest for me will be also there and not up there, for example, because it's hard to predict the top. It's much easier for me to come back to key levels where a lot of buyers and sellers compete, let's say, fight on the front lines, on the battlefield, and look from there. Because then I can do two things. Then I can say, okay, if we start coming down and we bounce, then that's a trade. That's a potential trade opportunity. If you start breaking below it, okay, so you start doing something like this, then that pullback is a trade. So that's just my point of interest right there. And no, when looking at, let's say, the horizontal support and resistance, you would never draw a horizontal support level here, right? But you would see the point of control as a potential level. That's why it's so interesting. Lorenzo, can you look at the EUR USD? Okay, yeah. I mean, do you guys see it? Let me know if you see it. Previous days, the Monday data, you have the volume, you come back, you tap into the point of control, you hold there, you create a double bottom formation, you go expand to the upside while you were building liquidity beforehand. That breakout is fantastic, is that confirmation. You don't have to enter on the breakout, you can enter below. Why? Because you're also trading above the Sunday open. And it's easy to just understand it if you just have the Sunday open here. So let's remove the very low. This is where we opened. That if you enter here, your stop loss can be under the Sunday open. Or it can be below the previous week if you want to play it a little bit safer. And then obviously you target the highs. But you're on an uptrend, so you continue up. And you look for further confirmation. You know, back to the top right here. So that's beautiful. Really beautiful. For now, what you can do is this. So and you go to the 5 minute. No, it's just 1 minute. The bottom to the top. And watch what happens around the 108.533. Just watch it. You will see. Watch what happens there. Same thing as the 108.46, but watch what happens here. So let's actually see if price comes down and what happens around that level here. Okay, the 108.531 for the EUR USD or long continuation. Stop loss then potentially if you get the confirmation of the lower time frame. Below the low. Very interesting to see what will happen here, but yeah, it's like clockwork. It's also the Sunday open that acts as support, so you trade above the Sunday open, and every single time when you came back down to the opening price, buyers defended that level. So every single time when it came, and then also it aligning with the point of control is that extra double confirmation. And it gives you like multiple layers of support. And you know exactly where to put your stop loss as well. And if you get stopped out, there is a big chance that you're going to continue down. And you know, yes, you're invalidated, you're stopped out, but you can then look immediately for further continuation. So yeah, we're actually very curious to see what happens here. Around the 108.531, bro. Hi, G-June. Sorry, says I started trading, so I'm not sure what to do. So if you started trading, bro, I think the best thing you can do to work with, to get familiar with the charts, is to just understand market structure. And I think that SMC is still a great foundation. People are, you know, are hating on SMC a little bit now, but like, or as a foundation, I think that it's amazing. So market structure is of course king, right? So you look at higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? Higher high, lower low, right? Still not breaking the internal low. Could be another higher high, or it could be a lower high followed by an actual break. Boom. Then the pullback, let's say, is like the entry potential, right? And we're just looking at higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, and higher highs. And just look for that confirmation. I think that if you can get this sorted in your head from macro to micro, so from the higher time frame to lower time frame, I think that gives you a really nice foundation. You know, market structure could be good to work with. Then it's about candle formations, right? Understanding how candle closes, how they open, how they close, how they operate, and how fractal, you know, they perform. So, you know, how candle closures are coming together on multiple different time frames. And I think if you get that, and you know, you start kind of seeing the market moving, and you can kind of see who is in control, buyers or sellers, or who's actually you know, taking the lead, I could say. So I think that's always a great foundation to work with, to begin with, if you are a beginning trader, for sure. You want to dream that. You want to dream market structure. You want to understand higher highs, higher lows. You want to understand swing points in the market as well. And then, of course, the candle formations. If you put that together, you have really, really good foundation. of kind of understanding price action, and then, you know, it's all these other confluences, right? Okay, let's look at gold on the lower time frame real quick. I think that's it for today, to be honest, guys. I think that there is no trade anymore here. For gold at least. I think we're gonna range. I think we're gonna range internally, and we're gonna do something like this here. It will be funny if I close the stream and it starts moving again, like it always does. But yeah, I think that's it, at least for gold. We tried to take that one trade. We didn't have that follow through here. I think still we closed it at the right moment. No follow through means no action here. We gave it still some time to develop. So it's not that we directly closed it, but we gave it enough time to give us that confirmation and the continuation up. So I think we just managed the risk well, and we just wait for that next actual setup to occur. I think it's gonna be down here around the 21.24 as our foundation. Okay, then for the Euro USD, this could be super interesting. The 108.531, but I'm not sure how many guys trade actually Forex in the chat here, so I'm not sure if this is actually applicable to you. So that depends. And then the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has been absolutely tanking here. The most important thing that I think is where we can look at is now the last low, and that's just, you know, basic structure is this zone. It's that exact zone, and I don't think we're going to look for, you know, a continuation, maybe up or something, but I think that, you know, at some point you're going to see at least some sort of pullback into, let's say, the 18,000, and then it could be, you know, a continuation play still, especially because the volatility index right now has been actually breaking above, right? So let me see. Yeah, we're trying to break above it. Not too strong though, not too strong though. So yeah, this might be the right moment to see what happens around the 17,900, and then look for that bounce. And if you look on the lower time frame, I think that you might be already experiencing some sort of early bounce here as well. So yeah, 20 minutes left. Let's see where the hourly kind of closes here. But I don't see directly an entry right now because you're shorting right into the swing low on the 1 hour. So I do expect some sort of bounce back into the 18,000 at some point. So that 18,000 level is a super key level to look at. And let's quickly look at the sessions as well here. Obviously, this is already way too high. The previous week is what matters. So, and that is the 17,856. Not the current week, So I'm gonna set an alert there. Ryan Fernandez, Lorenzo, okay, check GBP NZD. Looks like a good sell. Okay, let's look at it. This is might be the right moment to just go over a couple of setups as well for you guys. So let me know what you want to see here. GBP NZD. Wow, that's been a long time for me personally. That I've been looking at that's the chart here. Wow, look at that formation overall. So this is an interesting zone. Simon says GJ, I'm in a short. Okay, we can look at GJ as well here. Okay, let's draw the swing point from the high to the low. And you're sitting at point control of that range. You can already, I can guarantee you will see a reaction around it. Look at that. So look at that swing low, swing high to low. Look at the point of control. Look at this reaction right here. That's the trade. So you have that liquidity build below. You create the top wick. You see that sellers are stepping in by giving you these top wicks right there. You break the low. You pull up one time in that high. And you have the point of control as an extra tool of reference as well. You can see how much you're getting rejected there every single time. And it started to solve at some point right here. So now that's a key level. And right now you're using that level as support. So we're still trading above it. So I will be patient with sells here. And you can see that buyers are still willing to step in as well. Even though when you look at just the hourly time frame, you think, oh yeah, we might be selling after. This might be the breakthrough moment. Well, if it does, then you're going to see some sort of retest, I think. And you want to see something like that. So an aggressive move, maybe into this high and then a sell off. And then you can look for the confirmations right there. But I think that the 208.525 is still a very strong level to hold right now until further notice. Okay. So yeah, that's a GGM for you, my man. I'll be patient here. Overall, on the daily time frame, I would say that still not showing any signs of weakness as well. So that's why I think that it's just a matter of time before you get that confirmation. But what I think it's happening is actually just, you start to just compress. And, you might see something like a breakout as well here. So, either you start coming down aggressively, pull back, and then look for an entry below the point of control. I think this is then a nice area, if that makes sense. Okay. Steerman says, "Okay, check US oil." Yes, sir. Let's do that. Let's do that. Also been a while here. Wow, look at oil right now. Damn. Okay. So this is a massive range, number one. And this is, what is this, Fab? On the 1 hour? Of a big range, right? A big range starting February 13th, ending February 28th. 2 weeks. 2 weeks of consolidation. Consolidation, the expansion, the retracement, point of control. Most volume traded here. That's why we work with volume and price. Volume and price. Just keep repeating that. Volume and price. You will see it. That's why what we have been building around it is just purely based around buyers against sellers. Buyers against sellers, and the volume, the delta, swing structures, and the correlations right here. Internal, beautiful confirmation. So you have the point of control here. You then had this particular zone. You break above it. You pull back in it. You kind of saw already on the 5-minute a nice reaction from it. And the moment you start breaking these highs right here, entry, stop loss below the low. Confirmation to the upside. Is there liquidity to target? Yes, sir. A lot of liquidity to be taken out above the $79. So very, very good right here for oil as well. I think that oil is looking very, very bullish in the short term as well. So I'm not sure if you're an oil trader, but this is looking good, man. It's looking very, very nice. And it makes a lot of sense from where we are right now to pull back and to look for higher targets starting at the 79.591. Let me quickly for you confirm this. This is the opening price. So the Sunday open is there at $80. We opened at $80. And yesterday's session was... yeah, 79.5. Yeah, 79.5. But the target is actually going to be the $80. The $80 at the beginning for that continuation. And then if you can claim the Sunday opening, you can flip that into support. You can scale into your position and, you know, add on more money to your position, or you can just take profit and wait for another entry and separate it. It depends on what you prefer. But no, oil looks very good, man. Very good right now. Let me know, let me know. What about gold? Yeah, gold is ranging right now, guys. We are trying to trade it, but we're ranging a little bit. So we only took one trade today. But again, it's a big news week, so yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. What about GJ? It's a good question, bro. What about it? What about it? Yeah, it's still looking... Let's draw it from the swing as well. Yeah. So it's right at top to bottom. There we go. That's the bottom. So this is the exact top. Look at that. This is the exact top. And this is the exact bottom. Right here. Value area high is that rejection point. That was a 80 pip move to the downside after that rejection. Let's take this to the 15-minute. Overall, the higher time still looks bullish though. So I do take that in consideration. We practically opened and we just, you know, never really came down. So we just opened bullish and that's it. And we have a full day of trading yesterday. And look at where we came to. We bounced to yesterday's value area low. I can't make this up, fam. I actually cannot make this up. So this is a 80 pip move, and you know exactly where your take profit was as well. You're entering your take profit here. And now you're pulling back, and you can immediately turn your short into a long and come back with the target of $191. And then wait for a reaction. And if you start claiming above the swing value area high, which is above this high here, then what I think is can happen is that you're just gonna look for a higher low, and you can start drawing the swing low to swing high and look for that entry again, look for further continuation. So man, yeah, for now, if you're in a short, I'm not sure where you're shorting from, but yeah, this looks good. This looks bullish for now. We're in an uptrend still. We have not really broken structure significantly as well to the downside. But this could have been a short-term trade based upon this fixed range and that swing that we had here. But this was definitely a long at 190.449. This actually, guys, really makes me want to trade one Forex pair also on stream. I'm not sure if you guys agree. Let me know what you guys think in the chat here. Should we take one Forex pair? Because when gold is doing nothing and it's ranging, you know, you see these type of opportunities and I'm like, you know, I don't want to overtrade Forex, but like at least one pair like GJ or something like that could be really good, you know, because like when gold is not doing much, you know, when we're just sitting right now, we're now actually in a key level. So we will see how it goes. Some of them are really clean. Some of them are really clean. So I do love gold. We're always trading gold. Gold is our main pair. But I think that we should definitely start looking a little bit otherwise. And gold is really tricky during news weeks and stuff, you know? So yeah, 2024 is now exactly the level we're waiting for actually. So and 5 minutes for the London closure. Francis, give us more examples. Absolutely, let me know. Give me one pair and I'll show you exactly the exact key levels when trading utilizing volume and how you can absolutely crush the markets, take over, and finally become profitable or even increase your profits as well as change your life and your family's life. Okay, that's what we want. It's hard work. It's always easy to say, look at this after. I get it. But it's the beginning. Let me know. We're waiting for gold here. 5 minutes for the London closure. Live trade, yes. Yes, we're doing our best to trade live here as well on this channel. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button as well. It's that time to smash the like button right now. 570 likes. Still 1,000 people watching. GJ. We already did GJ here. Look at that. Like, man, I cannot make this up. You open bearish, you build liquidity throughout Asia and London. New York. Open. So pre-New York. Taps into the very area low. Closed a 1 hour candle. Like I said, super important, right? A 1 hour candle below and the next 1 hour candle is flipping bullish. And, you know, it comes down, pushes up. That's your entry, stop loss below. And then continuation. Super clean. Super clean. The price action on the GJ is actually really, it's really solid. Really solid. Look at gold here. $21.24. This is good. Good reaction so far. 3 minutes for an hourly closure. Did Lorenzo, I called 3 or more trades on the stream and every one of them were perfect calls. Check out my chat history. I sure will, my friend. What's your strategy? There we go. Ah, okay, that's why. I hope the camera survives it. Candles, nice. Yeah, I do like it, man. Good. I do like how we have each one of us have a separate strategy. But my dream, my vision, is that we start trading in a similar way on stream, and that we create a framework, and that we know exactly, you guys know exactly what we're looking at together, what the levels are, and how we act and how we react and how we execute together. Because then there are no more questions. That's always the thing that has been missing. You know, when I started streaming, I was always like, okay, I'm just trading my thing, and then people just come and copy and just do that. Or we develop a concept that's working, that is insane. We make people understand that concept, and then we trade together live on stream every day, utilizing the same information. That's my vision. That's what I would love to create here. And we're heading there. We're heading that direction. Took, what, 2 years? A year and a half? So, takes time. But yeah, we're this close now. Yeah, gold looks promising indeed. I agree. I do agree. $21.24. Can still come down one more time though. Can still flip bearish in the short term. Okay, yeah, let me know one more pair to look at here. Okay, and I'm just showing you over and over again that this shit works. This shit works. Anything, any pair, it doesn't matter. Dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen. Okay, let me see. First previous week. So we are ranging, right? Overall, we're ranging. We have been ranging practically the whole week with one slight expansion on a Thursday. Very interesting. Then this was the high of the previous week. This is the low of the previous week. Boom. So once this low was created and that high was created, you draw the volume profile from high to low and you wait for that pullback. And you are breaking structure down. So you are, you know, continuously coming down. At the same time, you pulled back into a previous Sunday open. So a Sunday open of previous weeks. The week of, and I need to see here. Previous week Sunday open here. This was the week of 11th of February. So that's always a level to always highlight. The opens of previous weeks. All the way up until like a month ago, let's say. Like 4 weeks ago, I think that's kind of relevant. That was a nice bounce overall. But you can see that, you know, of course, this is the high and stuff here. And what tends to happen then is that the point of control, this is where most action took place. Most volume was traded. Pull back. Okay, number one, you tap into it once, okay? That by definition can be trade, but doesn't have to always be the case here. What you see a lot is these W formations or M formations when it's actually happening. Doesn't matter if it's a higher high. And that's why SMC internally would have been stopped out. If you would have taken a, let's say you would have looked for a supply zone here, you would have been stopped out. So that's why we're utilizing that tool. And look at the point of control as well. And you start coming back. You You start coming back. Then you have the Sunday open of that week, let's say. You highlight this as a zone. You wait for a reaction. Hovering around it. You can see that there's an interaction in between. At the same time, you have a new swing high to low as well. You're hovering below the Sunday open. You wait for a pullback. There we go. And you go to the hourly. And this is where we are now. And that's why it's relevant. So this is a key level now. 150.114. And you can see that you're already reacting around it here. So if you get there and you start looking on the 5 minute, you start turning, and the candle closes on the 30 minutes, for example, also relevant, and you're still below the 150, then this might lead into a continuation to the downside, to come back and fill up the rest of that imbalance that has been left below, right in that zone at 149.6. And you want to then take a trade roughly from something like this, targeting the lows right here, taking out the previous wick as well, which has some rest liquidity sitting behind. So that key level at 150 now is, in my opinion, super important. The exact level is 150.115. And another layer, if you manage to then somehow close above it on the 1 hour, then we might be able to flip it and to look for that continuation play here. But again, it's just an area of interest and a confirmation. So you need to see a closure above, you need to see bottom wick below, and then you need to look for that confirmation until this particular zone at the 150.365. But I'm actually more interested in that turnover and that continuation to the downside here. Okay. When we look at the dollar, gold is still chilling. When we look at the dollar, dollar is not that fantastically strong right now at the moment. Yes, we're kind of trying to hold on here. This might be a key level to look at as well, the 103.757. And you will see from there. But I think that the yen is by itself, and I need to look at the yen as well, it's kind of strong, but it's now pulling back. Yeah, so you got rejected there already. So that's definitely something to look at. We might be holding at this internal low. And if you come for the pullback, I think you're going to see a rollover happening. Something like that to the downside here. Dollar yen, okay? Let's do one more. Gold is still, holding. It's kind of starting to come down here. Let's quickly look at the 10-year yield. Interesting, the 10-year yield is not that strong. So we got bought up aggressively in the last minutes, but now it's starting to look weaker again. So we might still recover from this. It's actually very interesting right now. Let's see. Gold seems bearish continuation. I'm not convinced yet. Not convinced yet myself. Hi Lorenzo, first time we're live, do you tend to follow chart analysis or news? I like to follow chart analysis. News is usually for the macro, so the macro fundamentals and stuff, the long-term plays. Short term, we try to avoid news as much as possible because it can be very, it can get very confusing. Sometimes the dollar news seems to be bullish, yet price is coming down. And then we're like, okay, why is it? So I try to avoid this as much as possible. Still look at the results real quick, but that's it. And when trading news, I just tend to purely look at the price development of a chart and formation. So yeah, welcome, my friend, welcome. Let's look at one more. Adam says we should create a trading view indicator with very precise timestamps information in the chart, such as days and different weeks from each month. For example, each month is 1 week, week 1, week 2. That's a good idea, man. That's actually a pretty good idea. I agree. I agree. Let me know what you guys want to see. Like any Forex pair, I've seen it working. I've seen it working with gold, especially very well. I've seen it working with CFDs as well. Like, you know, like indices, like the NASDAQ. Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay. Swing low to swing high number. First thing I see. This is interesting. Interesting point. The 65. Let's use the indicator as well. In case you guys want to know what the indicator it is, it's a free indicator. Okay, it's called Limitless LTA Concept Session Breaks, New York Stock Exchange, and Sunday Open. And you can use it. It's very easy to see what the days are, what the Sunday Open is, and how price moves around these levels. I think it could be useful. So if you want to have a free indicator like that, you can join our Discord and click on that link in the announcement section and add it to your as a favorite indicator, and then you can find it. That's for sure here. So yeah, right now, you can see it. This is the previous day. This is a Monday, okay? This is the Monday swing, the Monday open, the Sunday open here. This is the volume, the most volume traded on a Monday. Look at that. Look at the point of control. It's no joke. Look at that. If you won't use this tool, you have no idea. Yeah, you could say, okay, this could be the last high that created the low. True. But the precision. Is crazy. And look at that confirmation. Look at that reaction from the point of control as well when pulling back. You can then utilize all other tools such as the Fibonacci. You can say, okay, we're also in the 70.5, 79%. So we swing high to swing low. We are above the equilibrium. So this is a nice discounted zone. The 70.5%, 79% aligns perfectly with the point of control. Boom. So, you know, you can clearly see that this is a very, very strong reaction. And man, I don't know what to tell you guys. We're gonna use this. We're gonna integrate this. We're gonna talk about this a lot because it works, and I want you guys to know about it. That's it. Yeah, crazy. So gold is holding up right now beautifully above the 2124. Volume has been low, and if but I don't want to close the stream either, because when I close the stream, the volume goes up. Bruh. Oh, we're gonna Lorenzo, right about the USD. What did I say again? Yeah. Wait for that reaction, Fred. Wait for that reaction. 108,531. 108,531. And the 108,458. These two key levels. Can you trade Forex without a strategy? You can trade however you want. However, yes, I've seen people being profitable with no strategy. And the question is, why is that? Well, obviously what you can see is that it mostly has to do with risk management. So, you know, you have a certain bias. You think it's going to happen. You enter a trade. And then it's about keeping your losses as small as possible and expand and scale into your winners. I've seen people working with no strategy and just implementing risk management, giving themselves a 50-50% chance that they're going to win or lose. But then based upon the risk management, they make money. So yes, it is possible to trade without a strategy. Would I recommend it? I don't think so. I think that you can increase and gain a much bigger edge than go for the 50-50% chance in that manner. But yeah, it's definitely a possibility. You know, a winning strategy does also not necessarily mean you're gonna be profitable. It could also imply that you're just still gonna be losing. That's why do, you know, 10 people have the same strategy? That's a profitable strategy, yet only 2 of them are winning. I think this is where the risk management comes into play, right? The fear and greed, the trade management and all that stuff. Okay, I think the market is chilling. If I leave the stream right now and we're gonna go up, then hey, be my guest. I think that a lot of people are like, okay, I'm done for today. I think that this was just, this is just gonna be consolidation. Overall, we tried to take it long. We closed it on a massive 5 pips. So congratulations. Tomorrow we'll be back, fam. We're gonna talk about the most important news, which is gonna be the jobs openings. I think this is by far the most important one. And then we have Uncle Jerome testifying again. Yeah, don't watch it, you will fall asleep. Okay? I highly recommend you not to watch this video, because it's gonna be very boring and it's gonna be 2.5 hours of consistency. Practically nothing. Nothingness right there. It's all script. It's all Fugazi. Okay. Yes, sir. So tomorrow we're going to be back. We're going to stream tomorrow. We're going to stream on a Thursday. We're going to stream on a Friday. We're going to be streaming every day until the end of the week. And most likely on a Friday, we're going to trade the news and the NFP. So we're going to take some risks. We're going to have some fun. Okay. That's going to be for entertainment purposes only. That's our disclaimer right there. For the rest, yeah, can't wait to share the LTA concept with you guys. Like I said before, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be next level. It's working. It's working very well. And what I realized is that we should include one Forex pair also on the stream when gold's consolidating. You know, otherwise we're sitting there waiting. I think there are like a really solid amount of opportunities as well in the market. But I do not want to trade too many different pairs either, because I want to keep our focus as well here. Okay, hope that makes sense. So psychology. Again, for today it made sense, right? This week is full of news. Anything can happen and the volume can be extremely inconsistent. there is no need to force anything when in consolidation territory. So I can already tell you that, you know, this might be just another layer where we just have to wait and see and try to really take advantage of the moments when price is moving and is finally is doing its stuff here. Okay. I think tomorrow we're going to do another giveaway for the V3, a private group as well. It's going to be fun. So if you are going to be tomorrow, tune in at 8 a.m. EST because we're going to go to our game plan. Okay. Win, lose, draw, nothing, break even. We will always have our game plan ready for you. And we're going to do our due diligence. Okay. Super important. I want to make sure that you guys are also doing your due diligence as well here. All right. Last question. How much capital should I keep in the beginning? It depends how much money you have. It's very hard to say. Jules is highly manipulated data. A lot of revision after the data comes out. Absolutely. Grant says LTA concepts. Swan says fantastic job. Thank you. Bitcoin sold from the top. Beautiful 3% move captured on spot. Yeah, after the all-time high taken, immediate pullback. Right? Makes sense. $65,000. Obviously, it's definitely the case here. So, like I said before, we called Bitcoin from the beginning. 20K. We even had these streams. And going back to the to the charts as well. Like 10, 11 months ago. Nobody wanted to join us then. Now they want to. But I highly recommend you to wait for a bigger pullback. I think if you want to be spot buy, I highly recommend you to be patient. Wait for a bigger pullback in general. And I think the opportunities will come along. But don't rush it. We'll be fine here. Okay, show us the signals. The signal results from the crypto VIP. Let me see. Crypto wins. You can find it in the crypto wins section. Man. This was yesterday. Vicky is also crushing it. Trader Tim, you're killing it, man. Let's see the results. There we go. Yeah, this is from February. So what we do is we do it once a month. So once a month we have an update for you, and then we have the quarterly updates and the yearly updates, of course. The total February was 110%, 73.3% win rate, 30 trades, 22 wins, 8 losses. You can look at it and see from there. And the signal channel indeed is where the magic happens here. So instead of you paying a monthly fee to us, we prefer you to sign up with one of our partner exchanges and, you know, have a win-win situation where you give money to the exchange. Every time you enter a trade, you pay the fee. You can better share that fee with us. And we give that to the mentors, the things that we're creating. We're using it for projects and all that stuff here. That's the way we grow. So we have been upgrading it to $500. You need to deposit $500. It's still your money. And if you cannot afford $500 or you don't have that, we will come up with some sort of solution later. But it's not there yet. All right? Okay, fam. Thank you guys so much for today here. We are going to be back tomorrow. Yeah, let's get ready and understand that it's going to be a tricky week, okay? A lot of ups and downs, a lot of inconsistent volume, like we said before. But we're going to do our best. Our absolute best, too. Our community is getting stronger every day. I appreciate you. Let's get some music involved here. Let's end it with a banger. Thank you so much. Fam, gonna see you soon. Bye-bye. Crazy stuff.